Hello, it's Sean. It's day 30 of the War Boss Tays 2016 painting challenge. I finished all the cruisers. They are all done now. They're all highlighted with the engines are detailed. I'm pleased with how they turned out. There is a little bit of a boo-boo that I made. I had to drill holes in these. Let me see if I can find it. They didn't come drilled for the stand, so I had to put some holes in them myself. And when I did it, I don't know if you can really see it. There's just my drill wasn't centered, so right here there's a little bit of a hole that just goes through to the peg, so it's hard to see, and I'm not really that worried about it. You certainly can't see it when it's on the table, so just a little boo-boo. Maybe it's battle damage. The hole's breached there, but the crew is still managing the ship even with that damage. So I worked on the big ship. I just started on one of the sides, picking out the green. This will get washed. Let's see, this still has to get painted green. I think this area here is going to get painted green. The engines will be the blue, like that's on those guys, and then they'll be washed black and picked out just like those cruisers are. So it's an interesting model. It's kind of done a little bit differently. So there's raised parts here, whereas here it's really inset parts. That's probably not the right word, but so it's going to look a little bit different when it's done, but I think it'll still match fairly well with the paint scheme that I'm going with. So, but we'll see. Hopefully it turns out well. The question for the day: the end is nigh. One more push into the breach. For today's daily question, imagine that you are again addressing future participants in the War Boss Tays painting challenge. What lessons have you learned? What wisdom do you wish to impart on future generations? What lessons have I learned? Don't be scared to try different things. I did a variety of different paint schemes on the guys in the army. I wanted to have a ragtag feel because it's a goblin force, so I did different models that got very different paint schemes on them. But overall, I tied them together with the basing so that they looked like they belong together. And for for the last day's video, I will set all the models out so you can kind of see them together to see how they look. And I think it looks like an army, like it belongs together, so that's nice. But don't be scared to try something different. Don't be scared to try something that might be different than you've tried before. It's just a model. It's not the end of the world. You can always redo it or have the model that looks a little bit different in your army. What wisdom do you wish to impart on future generations? Don't be scared to try this. I set a pretty big goal for myself with this, and I've made that goal, and I've worked on these ships in addition to it. I'm blessed with having a fair amount of time. I know a lot of people have done it 30 consecutive days or 31 consecutive days, and if I had done that, I would have gotten much less done. I would have been, oh, I got a half hour to paint, and not gotten a lot done. So I kind of set my days mostly on days that I had a big block of time to do some painting, so that allowed me to get a lot done. And I started this at the end of June, and now it's the beginning of September, so I've spent a fair amount of time on it. Still only 31 days of actual painting on the models, but like I said, I've used my weekend days to do some painting, or if I had nothing, I got home from work and nothing for the rest of the evening, I would have a couple hours to do some painting. So but if your goal is to paint a unit of 5 guys, don't be scared to do that. That's fine. More models painted is always better in my mind for the gaming. I'm not a fan of unpainted models on the table, and I generally won't play with them. So if the other guys got them, that's fine. But for me, my army, I want it to be painted. The look of the army doesn't have to look beautiful, but a base coat and a couple colors, and it's surprising what that can do to the looks of a game. Well, thanks for watching.